Good morning, Namaskar. I'm Divakar. Welcome to the live session of Bulls and Bear Bulletin. Today is 28th April 2025 and the time is 9:19 a.m. The market just opened 5 minutes ago. And before we go and explore the trading opportunities, let me just quickly give you the topics which I'm going to discuss today. Firstly, I'll be looking at the Nifty and Bank Nifty technicals, and then look for a trading opportunity. I'll also be looking at the global market scenario, how it can impact today's Indian market, and moving averages, of course, which is a very important indicator and gives us a chance to see a stock or index and how it's positioned. And option chain, well, you can definitely look at the support and the resistance level. And then after looking at the broader market picture, then probably I can explore a trading opportunity. It'll take probably 4 or 5 minutes. So by 9:30, I think we may get the proper data and should be able to trade. So I'll continue discussing two of my favorite strategies, bull spread and iron condor, which are more or less suited for most of the market conditions, at least for me, and it's really working well. And today's additional topic would be habits of a successful trader. So there are a lot of people, interested to know if there is a consistently, a successful trader. So what could be their habit and how they're keeping it to be successful. So for all this, I'm going to discuss in a matter of time. For that, if you have not subscribed yet, I request you to subscribe and like my channel. So keep watching. So let me begin with the Nifty technicals. If you see here on the last week of September, Nifty made a high of about 26,300 level, and from here it started declining. And initially it took support around 24,800 level, but from there again it started coming down, made a low of about 23,300 on the last week of November. And then if you can see here on the big green candle, there was aggressive upward move, and from there market bounced back and gave an impression that the correction is over. However, it took resistance around 24,800 level and started declining once again. There were here and there attempts to once again pull back, but it didn't work, and finally it made a low of about 21,900 level on the 4th March. From here, if you could see, the RSI indicator was around 19 and suggesting oversold scenario, and we were expecting the market to bounce back any moment, and that's what exactly happened here. The market did bounce back, but unfortunately it took resistance around 23,800 level, and then again it started declining. And in fact, along with that, the global news, all this combined together, the market actually once again aggressively went down. In fact, gave a threat that it's going to go further down than the previous low. It did break that, and couple of hundreds made a new low of 21,700 level on 7th of April. And from here, you can see the market once again has bounced back and making higher and high. Here, the last few days back, the market took resistance around 24,300, 24,500 level, I can say. And here it's struggling to cross that and go. And there are a lot of new news we all know, which is influencing the stock market in a negative way. So all this put together, the market has managed on Friday, though it broke the 24,000, managed to be slightly on the above that. And so today the market did open at 50-point gap up, and if you can see here, the high was 24,152, currently trading at 50 point up from the previous low, and Nifty Bank similarly is at 54,900 with a 350 point up. Well, as of today, the market might be on a fairly better position. Let's go quickly check how the global market scenario is looking, how it can impact. To begin with, US, if you can see on Friday, closed at 0.74% plus. Nasdaq impressive 1.14% plus. So indicating there is a kind of a positive vibes from the global market, especially from the US. And if we are going to check the UK market on the FTSE 100, which should be again kind of a positive, but kind of a flat at plus 0.09%. And if we come to Japan, at the Japan 225 index, and which also rallied and made impressive gains in the last 15 days, is plus 0.35%, and you can say it's a flat market. And finally, if you come to China, the SSC composite index is flat at minus 0.03%. So except US, all of the markets look flat, and US market is positive. So India should not have any problem for today's trade. So maybe we can expect the dip could be an opportunity to probably buy today. So let me just quickly go through the option chain scenario and see whether the supports are fair enough. The 30th April is the you can see at 2400 is having 65 lakh call open interest versus 60 lakh. Well balanced here. Bulls and bears are fighting here. At 2450, you can see more of put open interest at 25 lakh versus 15 lakh. At 24,000, definitely he is showing good strength, having a support with put open interest at 84 lakh versus 41 lakh call open interest. At the same time, you can see some resistance at 24 150 and 24 200, which is having 68 lakh call open interest versus 32 lakh. So maybe I'm going to keep it for today 24 200 and 24,000 as the support and resistance and the range, and maybe based on this we should take a trade closer to 24,000. Should be a good buying opportunity. Now currently trading at 24,000. Let me also see how the broader market picture is looking. If you look at there are 2,394 stocks versus whereas only 693 stocks are advancing and 1,600 stocks are declining, suggesting the market sentiment is negative. Well, these are the things which will help us to understand how actually overall picture is. So though the range is 24,000 to 24,200, and uh, the market with the broader market support, it should do the well. You can see here the market just when I was talking, it which was around 24,090 has already rallied about 30-40 points. Well, even today the volatility is not that low. Even today you can see some good volatility is there on the market. So probably today's high may become now the important factor for me, because if the broader market picture was supportive, then maybe I would have jumped and bought it now itself. Now I require some more confirmation from the market side. So what I would do is I will check the high for the day is 24,152. Then you know, if the market goes beyond the 24 152 days high, then we can look at buying the Nifty. And let me check how the Bank Nifty is doing. The story is similar in terms of overall picture on the Bank Nifty. Let me very quickly give you the picture. See, Bank Nifty made a high along with Nifty on the last week of September around 54,300, and went down along with market and made a low of 47,000 change, breaking the 50,000, 49,000, 48,000 levels. However, when the market bounced, you can see Bank Nifty was more aggressive, making all-time high on the 23rd April, 56,098. So Bank Nifty is showing all good strength. In fact, it took Nifty also up. It pushed Nifty up onto all the levels which you are seeing. However, we have to be cautious because of a lot of factors which are involved after making a high, all-time high now. So on the option chain of Bank Nifty, currently it's around 55,069. So if you see 55,000 is having 8.6 lakh put open interest versus 8.6 lakh call open interest, extremely well balanced. So there's a fight between bulls and bears. And so if you look for further down for a support at 54,500, you're having fairly good support at 4.6 lakh put open interest versus 2.9 lakh call open interest. So if you come at 55,500, you can see some resistance at 9.4 lakh call open interest versus 6.9 lakh put open interest. So the range is very clear, 54,500 to 55,500. And to take a range bound trade may not be very good on the beginning of the month because the premiums are very high, and I don't see the premium getting decayed. So the best would be on a trend based trade. So ideally we should look for Bank Nifty to come near 54,500 to execute a trade. So there is no trade on the Bank Nifty as of now, and as of Nifty also there is no trade as of now. I would like to wait either if it comes closer to the low of the day at 24,050 or 60, or it should break the high of the day. Already it has come once towards the low, so maybe we did miss the opportunity because we joined the session little late today. And so the other option left is only if it breaks now. Friends, Nifty is breaking the high of the day, so it's a good sign. So maybe we can start looking to prepare ourselves on a trade. Let me create a basket. Well, 24,500 on the 30th April. Sorry. And 24 400 sell. So this becomes a bull spread. What is a bull spread? Bull spread is nothing but you buy a call closer to the Nifty spot or the ATM option at the money, which is around 24,150, and then sell a call couple of hundred points away from the spot. I have chosen 24,400, which is around 300 points away from the spot. So selling that would hedge the bot call, because the premiums on the option is extremely delicate, and if you are buying a naked call, it's not going to be very favorable when the market is not aggressively trending. So the risk is very high. Of course, the profit on the probability of the profit is also very high, but I don't want to take a risk. A bull spread is one of the best strategies, and it protects as well as it gives a good profit. So margin is pretty low. You can see 46,000, and the condition is we have to trade with at least minimum of two lots. So the idea is, as soon as you see some profit, you book it, and then continue with the remaining lots with the further action, which is going to be a trail stop loss. So our trade, the demo trade which I'm showing you right now, executed 1 or 2 minutes ago. Let's see how it's working. So already it's showing 1,200 profit. So what we have to do is exit one lot quickly, booking 1,000 or 1,200 profit right now, and carry the remaining lot until the closure of market if it's favoring us, keeping a trailing stop loss. To begin with, I would keep a trailing loss of about 600 to 700, and then keep on increasing that. So today my view was definitely bullish. So I would like to write the bull spread is the strategy. So buy a 24 150 call, and sell a 24 400 call. First is the stop loss 500, but however we have already crossed that, so no point in talking about it. And exit first lot at 1,200 profit which was on the table, and exit second lot trail stop to begin with 600. So you can see the aggressively the market is going up, which is at 1,800 now. We can increase the trailing stop loss to 1,200 easily, keeping a gap of about 500 600 rupees. So that's how it works on this context, friends. Let me quickly give my disclaimer here. The live session which I'm doing is purely for the purpose of education and information. So this is a demo trade. So please do not copy my demo trade. And if you're trying to copy, you're doing it on your own risk. So please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. Well, meanwhile, I request you to subscribe to my channel if you are not, and also follow me on my Twitter account at BNBBULLETIN, and you can post your comments or questions there. I'll be happy to answer. Well, this has to be there. The live session is purely done for the purpose of education and information only. Let's see how things are faring now. It's 1900 and quickly come back to 1300. And if it comes and hits the stop loss, well, we have to think the day's trade has ended. So 2300, 1200, you can see the trailing stop loss. So 1400 once again, so it's picking up. Plenty of volatility, a lot of news are there in the market, so there is a little you know tense moment among the traders whether to actually invest or not. So all these things are there. Well, the stop loss is hit when we have a high volatile market, so it's definitely possible, but we have achieved our goal here. So in fact, it's 2400. You can see we exited our first lot at 1200 profit, and then we started trailing the stop loss. Maybe in another matter of time we could have increased it to 1300 or 400 on the second lot. Unfortunately, the market came down aggressively and hit the stop loss. So 2400, and if the market now goes up, don't bother. So we'll be looking for a fresh trade maybe tomorrow only, or if the market comes down or gives another opportunity, then we'll see. For that, you need to be watching continuously the live session. I'll be updating it. And so, friends, if you are disciplined and take a trade, it works really well. So let me just go through the topics which I was discussing. So I have discussed the option chain here, and I need to discuss the moving average. So let me just go there and talk on the moving average. So what is a moving average? A moving average is nothing but for a particular period. For example, for 10 days, if you are taking the close price every day of a stock and average it for the 10-day period, divide the price by 10 days, then it becomes the average. So that is nothing but the moving average. So if the price goes up, the average price also goes up, right? So the moving average price goes up, and you will get to see that okay, the price is continuously going up. And in the chart, we draw a line representing the moving average. Apart from the 10-day, there are a couple of other popular moving averages. There are five moving averages which is shown here: the 10-day, 20-day, 50-day, 100-day, and the 200-day moving average. So among this, 200-day is considered as the most important one, and because it's a long-term based. So if the stock or indexes is continuously showing some kind of a performance above or below, is considered as the lasting one. So if you see on the Nifty, when it was making all-time high, it was above these averages, and it broke down and came down here. You can see when it made a low, breaking all the important moving average. So if a stock is trading above the 200-day moving average, it is considered as strong or bullish. And if a stock or index is trading below this 200-day moving average, it is considered as weak or bearish. So when it started, climbing, it you can see it crossed the 200-day moving average on 21st, and then however it's around in the same place, declining a few days and not the 200-day moving average is at present at 24,050, and so the market needs to be trading above that, and whenever it closes on the daily basis, it should close above this. Then we can consider the market is definitely bullish. So as of now, as of today, if the market closes above this, I'm sure we will get an impression that the market has resumed its bullish trend once again. And it works with stocks also, and we'll continue discussing on this and what are the advantages using these different moving averages. For these, I'll be answering, for all these questions I'll be answering in course of time, and so please continue watching. If you have any questions, you can post it on my YouTube channel as well as my Twitter account. I'll be happy to answer. Now on the last part, so the habits of a successful trader. The trader actually, there is no such big thing as the special trading abilities or habits will be there for a trader. Yes, definitely, a discipline is one thing which I would like to stress upon. So we all begin with a lot of aggressive decisions while taking a trade and end up in loss. That's definitely, even have gone through that. And in course of time, we learn our mistakes, and when we learn that, start implementing it, it becomes pretty easy, and it will show us the success route. So one of the habit, definitely I will call it as uh, discipline. And then you can also pick up to know the information which you are trying to perceive on the stock or the index is a genuine one, how far you can rely on that. So this actually comes with experience, but this is also a very important, comes as a habit for a successful trader. So I'll be talking a few more things on the habits of a successful trader. So please continue watching. There's plenty of time to discuss on this, and it's time for me to take a break. And please continue watching. Don't go. And anyway, I thank you for joining me and hear me. And I hope it's going to be useful. So thank you very much once again. Please continue watching. I'll be back soon.